So Kris Jenner was sued for inappropriately touching her bodyguard. Although they settled outside of court, there's a declaration that goes into graphic detail. Not only did Kris violate her bodyguard, but she also cheated on her boyfriend, Corey Gamble. So let's get into it. Lately, I have had the best sleep of my life thanks to Manta Sleep. Last year, I was struggling to fall asleep and to stay asleep. I'm the type of person who overthinks everything before bed, but I had no idea how important it was to block out all light when you're sleeping. Manta's eye mask blocks out light completely, and it's so comfortable. The mask has soft eye cups that you can adjust to fit your face, and it's made with a super comfortable strap that you can adjust, which is great because if you have a big head or a small head, this mask will fit you. The design of this mask is what makes it different than other eye masks. It's totally customizable, and I love the eye cups because they protect your eyes and they remove all pressure from your face. So follow my link in the description below and use my code SLOAN, SLOAN, for 10% off your order. You guys are going to love this mask. I've had so many of you reach out and tell me you love your Manta Sleep mask, so go and check them out. Use my link in the description, and thank you Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Let's go ahead and talk about this messy situation between Kris Jenner and her former bodyguard. So this man worked for Kris Jenner and her family, and he has accused her of grabbing his crotch area. Here's the official declaration, and as you guys can see, he's bringing 14 counts to the court, which include gender and racial discrimination, harassment, SA, wrongful termination, a lot of horrific things. So let's talk about who this bodyguard is, because his name is Mark McWilliams, and he was part of a boy group called Musically Gifted Men, MGM, back in 1989. He was actually in this group with R. Kelly, which is a random person to throw into this story. You guys know R. Kelly is an absolute mess. We have talked about him before on my channel, but they once upon a time were in a group together and had a song that came out. Why you wanna play me just like a fool? Hey, that you would always treat me right. So yeah, Mark was in this boy group, Musically Gifted Men, and he did that in the beginning of his career, but he ended up working for Kris Jenner as a bodyguard, and he worked for them between the years 2017 and 2019. He ended up suing Kris Jenner for $3 million because she did a lot of inappropriate things to him. So Mark claims that Kris SA'd him inside her luxury Bentley, and this incident went down on the morning of October 22nd, 2017. So the same year that he started working for this family, this situation went down where Kris claims that she wanted to go out in her Bentley and ordered him to sit in the front passenger seat. They claimed that Kris was moving her hand up his thigh to his groin area while caressing Mr. Mark, who did not want this. He was shocked and offended. He actually attempted to shift away from Kris grabbing him. They say that as he moved his body away from Kris, they actually made contact where Kris's hand touched his man area, you know, like, so she made straight up contact with him because he was trying to get away from her and she grabbed it. At this point, Kris was still driving the Bentley. So she's driving the Bentley. She's got her hand over here messing with Mr. Mark. And as she drove, she began to make comments to Mark of flirtatious and overtly sexual nature. So she was over here making nasty comments to him, trying to grab up on him while he was trying to get away. He's also like 20 years younger than Kris, which is like no shade, but like maybe he's not into Kris. Like maybe not everyone is into Kris Jenner. This man, Mark, also accuses Kris of grabbing his behind, grabbing his butt, and exposing herself to him. Imagine your employer, or wait, you're a bodyguard, and your employer, the person you're supposed to be taking care of, is over here like flashing themselves and like grabbing your butt. And he was fired when he, you know, he stopped playing into it. When he said, you know what, Kris, I don't want this, then he was fired. And of course, there was the incident where she grabbed his crotch, which is just never okay. Like, you know, harassment can go both ways, and Kris is in a place of power, so this is obviously a power dynamic problem here. There's actually a list that Mark gave to the court of things that Kris would do to him, like massaging his neck, shoulders, arm, and back without consent, causing her hand to rest on his thigh and groin, causing her pelvis to rub against his back or rear without his consent or approval. Kris, sweetie. Causing her hand to come into contact with his rear without his consent, and exposing portions of her body to him in a lewd or suggestive manner. Kris, sweetie, we need to get it together. She's over here trying to act like what? Like she's giving Harvey Weinstein. But it gets worse, because it's not only just, you know, Kris Jenner touching all up on him. He also claims that there was racial discrimination going on in the home, which is interesting because, like, the Kardashian family has become very diverse. So I can't imagine them, you know, treating anyone less than because of their race. But Mark claims that they were mocking him, harassment, belittling, otherwise humiliating him due to his race. Mark even complained to his security company employer's human resources department. So he went all the way to the HR department and he was ignored. So ultimately, like, nobody really cared. So Mark was suspended from working with Kris because of all this crap that went down. But then he continued to work for the Kardashian family, and he actually worked for Kourtney, which I think is very interesting. He was fired in September 2019, but he also claims that he was wrongfully terminated. And after he was terminated and lost his job, he claims that he went through harassment, intimidation, and threatening misconduct to dissuade or prevent him from bringing any form of action because of the unlawful conduct. So he's claiming that the Kardashians and the Jenners and all of them started harassing him to make it so that he wouldn't go and, you know, ultimately sue Kris like he did. Obviously, this story is disgusting, but what's even more disgusting is that Kris has a man. She's been dating Corey Gamble since 2014. This all went down in 2017. So why is Kris over here grabbing up on these guys? Like, what is going on here? It makes me think that, like, are they even, like, really in a relationship if, like, Kris can't even be satisfied by Corey? Like, they weren't even dating that long, like 3 years in, and she's already over here, like, hitting on the bodyguards and stuff. What do you guys think about this in the comments below? Like, I need to hear your thoughts, because I hate cheaters. So, like, when I see this, I'm like, why were you cheating and, like, trying to get with your bodyguard? Like, does Corey know? I'm guessing he knows now. And as you guys know, Mark went through and he sued Kris Jenner. He claims because of what Kris did to him, he suffered from physical and mental pain, illness, loss of sleep, and depression. And of course, Kris Jenner's attorney denies everything. His absurd allegations are clearly fabricated and are contrary to easily confirmed facts. Kris never acted inappropriately towards him. But Kris ended up working out a secret deal with this bodyguard to settle the lawsuit, which, if you're going to settle outside of court, like, that means you're, like, probably guilty. Like, if she's willing to go and settle a $3 million lawsuit case outside of court, she probably just wants to write the check so that they don't have to go through discovery and go through an investigation and go through everything like that. Like, I think, personally, my opinion, that she would be guilty because of this, because she's going to settle, because nobody goes and settles on a lie. Like, nobody's going to go and settle on some type of, like, you know, accusation that's really not true, because they can prove so. And if they really can prove that, like her lawyer's saying, then why go and give him a couple $1 million to shut up? Like, that's a lot of money. And because it's a private settlement, I don't know how much money he was actually given. We have no idea. But I mean, it was a $3 million lawsuit, so I would assume at least like 25% of what that is. Like, so I don't know, maybe $1 million, maybe like a little bit less than that. Honestly, I have no idea. If she paid him $3 million, then, like, Kris, you're guilty. So I want to hear what you guys think about this situation in the comments below. Are you disturbed? I'm disturbed. Like, I'm actually truly disturbed. And it's crazy how much is out there about this family and these scandals and stuff I've never even heard of. So if you guys have any other ideas for me, here's my email up on the screen. Anything you guys want me to talk about, reach out to me and I will talk about it. I've got a quick P.O. Box package item to open from C. Klein. It looks like they're from Florida. Oh my gosh, they're from Florida and actually close to where I'm moving on this upcoming Saturday. I don't know when this video will be posted. Also, there's a message that says, did you receive my pink Free Britney shirt? Did I? I received a few Britney shirts. I don't know. I don't think I have a pink one though. So that could either be in my mailbox still, because I haven't had a shipment for my mailbox in a minute, or not. But maybe we can follow up about that, because hopefully it didn't get lost in the mail. I would have opened it on camera. I never opened them like off camera. So here is a handmade card. Cool. So it's like a handmade card right here. Dear Sloan, I adore your YouTube channel. The amount of research that you put into each video is a talent within itself, especially when you posted content regarding the Free Britney movement. Seriously, you should consider a career in entertainment journalism. I would love that. I would love to be like a reporter or something one day on TV. Someone like give me an internship. I would love it. Well, I'm working on it. I'm gonna work on myself. I don't want things handed to me. I don't. I picked this card since you're usually behind the camera researching, but in front of the camera reporting. Haha, it seemed very fitting. Love, Christy Klein. Please create some Zac Efron content on your channel. What about Zac Efron? Oh my gosh, this card is so cute. I love this. I'm like trying to see, like, I don't want to break it, but is it like, it's just so like in detail. Thank you so much, Christy. And you're gonna be in Florida, or you are in Florida, and I'm also in Florida, so maybe I'll see you around. I'll be in St. Pete for like a month and a half, and if anyone wants to meet me and want to hang out in St. Pete, thank you so much, Christy. I loved opening this and hearing a little bit, and I just really appreciate the kind words. So I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.